Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and I'm very, very excited to bring to you the second East 59th Street gift set of the year. This one is called All Aboard Gift Set. It is featuring Evelyn Weaverton, and as you will see in a second, she's a redhead. A very beautiful redhead, I might add. And you will notice that she is dressed in a typical late 40s, early 50s underwear set. And that is because she comes with not one, not two, but three separate outfits that are all on paper dolls. And of course, right here, we have the accessory box, which is chock full of accessories for her. So without any further ado, I'm going to grab some props. I'm going to debox this lovely lady, get her dressed, and we will see what East 59th Street has in store for us. So here is Evelyn. She is a redhead. She's got a very interesting hairdo. It's sort of half up, half down. Lots of product though in this. To maintain all the curls, which I will show you in a second in the back. Ponytail here and a ponytail at the side, and as I said, lots of curls. All of it product. So if you're going to restyle her hair, which some people may want to do, it is fully rooted, so it can be done, but you're going to need to wash it pretty thoroughly. Since we're here in the back, I'll just quickly say that it appears that the top, which is I guess it's like a foamy sea green and a hunter green check pattern, that'll slip on over her. But the briefs, which are full cut briefs, the fullest I've ever seen Integrity do, they will close with hook and eye. The briefs you may have previously heard referred to as granny panties. I will just pull this out so you can see, in fact, how fully covered the torso is. The lower torso, I should say. The hips. I'm going to turn her to the side so you can see, first of all, the most attractive part of her eyes, which are the fully rooted lashes, which are extremely long, running parallel to the bridge of her nose. The eye color itself is a very, very light, I'd almost say gray tinged green-brown hazel. At the top of her lid is a light brown shadow. Where the two lids meet is a darker, a standard brown like you get out of a Crayola box. And on the lower lid is a glossy, shiny, metallic brown. She does have noticeable blush, and her lips are a semi-glossy red. Rouge, if you will. Her lip color is echoed in her hand, which for the first time, these are the hands that were on her. These feature the very long nails. This is the first time I've actually seen them. Not in love with them yet. May take me some time to get used to them, but to me it seems like almost like somebody, when they were sculpting the hands, like forgot where to cut off. But it is a longer nail, so just be aware of that if you're one of those people who doesn't like to take the hands off when you are redressing the dolls, there's no way this time. You have to take the hands off or you're just going to snag everything. And just very quickly, the feet are heeled, and the toenails match the fingernails, match the lipstick, as is the IT tradition. You might have noticed she does have on a simple gold bangle. That's the only bracelet that came with this ensemble. And maybe you caught this when I was showing you her eyelashes. This particular Evelyn came primed for the earring, which is the traditional 4-circle earring, 2 green, 2 cream, 2 white, I should really say. It's not really a cream, it's a white. Yeah, maybe creamish white. Set in gold earrings. Now that's the base. That is her underwear. I want to show you also, when I said that this comes with paper dolls, just how cool these paper dolls are. You see this? You have the feet, and you have a hand posed here. You do have another hand that's kind of hidden by the skirt. And then each ensemble is on these paper dolls. And if you remember, when we were first introduced to this mini capsule collection, we were told that the whole motif was this set was being produced because they wanted to do a special book of paper dolls. And the women were going to model the 1-to-1 scale version of the East 59th Street paper doll books. So let me go ahead now. Let me dress Evelyn in a couple of the pieces, and we will talk some more about these ensembles. So as I said, there are 3 ensembles that come with Evelyn all aboard. And I do have 2 of them on her, and one of them waiting to go on her. So, very quickly, just to show you, this is the purse. It does open, and the purse is a textured green, that texture matching the textured pattern of her coat. Which is almost like a Kelly green. I think I've heard this called. Closes in hook and eye in the front. It also does close with a belt, which it's not closing with the belt because I think you're supposed to put the coat on just over her underwear, but I decided that I was going to go for the full look and the full effect. So I also put the gloved hands on, which are not longer nailed, just by the cut, literally the cut of the tips. I can tell these are not longer fingernailed. Underneath the coat, as I will gently remove it, hopefully, easily. Yep. Is the brown 2-piece. It is a top and a skirt that is nicely accessorized by a scarf that you will notice matches this. So I think it's supposed to mimic I think the idea was if she had the dress on underneath the coat, but I decided that this is too pretty of a dress, and I think you'll agree with me. Too pretty of a dress to have under a coat. This looks like something she would wear to do business, and you would have obviously a coat over it. It is also textured with horizontal, I guess it's almost like horizontal, it's not pleats, you can tell there's like horizontal lines going all the way through. And it will close with hook and eye in the back. The scarf closes with hook and eye in the front. And the shoes are open-toed and green with a respectable heel that will match the dress. I'm sorry, the dress coat. I will tell you that there is another pair of shoes that I'll use with the other dress. Everything is basically going to be either green or beige. And by the way, I just thought I'd like to point out that there's this nice collaring effect, not actually at the collar where the scarf is, but here at the front. And there's some nice seaming around her décolletage as well. So that's 2 of the 3 looks, and I'm going to pause here again just to show you the final look. And then we will talk some more about the detailing on all 3 pieces. So for this look, I decided, especially since this is in fact a mix and match gift set, enunciation is good. This is a mix and match gift set, so I took the belt that goes with the coat and I put it on this 2-piece dress just to sort of finish the look. It's a very nice, springy type dress. The pattern that we originally saw in the scarf on the brown ensemble is repeated all throughout this dress. It's leaves and acorns, I would say, but it's very pretty. It's very summery. I'm going to pull the bow back and turn her to the side, and you can see that the bow was hiding very delicate straps. And just to keep turning her, you'll see the straps some more, and you'll also see that both pieces will close with hook and eye in the back. This is not lined, and that makes sense to me because, well, there's the IT label. This is not lined. It's a summery type look, so it makes sense that this would not be lined. And the shoes that I paired with it, because it does come, this set does come with 2 pairs of shoes. I paired it with a nice, it's an open, really open toe. In fact, it only has a ribbon around the toes. We've seen these shoes before many times with fashion royalty, and then they kind of faded away for a while, but I'm glad they're back with this paper doll capsule collection. I think it works very nicely. So let's come back over here to the dress coat, the coat dress, however you'd like to call it. It is lined in suiting lining. It will close, as I said, with hook and eye in the front, and midway between the waist and the knees, 2 functioning pockets, which are very nice. Just to turn back to Evelyn as I talk about the skirt, the other skirt. This is the brown skirt. It also closes with hook and eye. It is also, because it's a bit more formal, it is lined in suiting, and it's a little bit darker brown than the actual skirt itself. This camel colored bodice is also lined. You can see the impeccable stitching as always. And please note that with the brown skirt came a second pair of underwear, a little bit looser, not as defined. This is, you know, it's like the traditional nude panty. But I'm making the point about the panties because I was able to get this panty to work with the brown skirt. I could not get it to work with the dress. So I had to take the swimwear, the underwear off to put the dress on, which is fine, I guess. Presumably, if I was to put the coat on, the bow would fit and sort of pop out just, and would pop out just over. You know what, I'm going to put the coat on and I proved myself right. It should fit just over the collar. So let me do that. So as you can see, like I said, there's a tremendous amount of playability with this set. And this is something that we collectors had been asking for a while. we had been asking to have more playability, that when we were buying the dolls, that there'd be a little bit more to them than just one outfit and panties or whatever, and a couple of pairs of hands. And with this gift set, they have answered our request, which is very nice of them. And yes, as you can see, the bow will pop out very nicely over the coat. And the one thing that kind of surprised me though about this is, especially with the coat and the fact that it is a sort of, it's a dress coat, a coat dress, I was waiting for there to be a hat, but there is no hat. So I will be waiting a long time because there is no hat. But but again, you know, we actually don't have a green or brown hat. But I guess because you do have this nice lining of black around the brown, if you wanted to then throw on one of the black hats, that could work. Now, of course, this is the part where it's like, well, do you get this? You absolutely 10,697% get this. Why? Because there are 3 outfits. Because these outfits represent the kind of classic couture that worked in the 1940s, that worked in the 1960s, that worked in the 1980s, that works in the 2000s. These pieces are classic. They are timeless. You can put them on Fashion Royalty. You can put them on Poppy. You can put them on East 59th Street. And they're all going to look good. And they are excellent base pieces to add to your collection of Fashion Royalty dolls, but also 1/6 scale dolls. So definitely go ahead, get this. You will not be sorry. So, for Evelyn and for myself, Barbara, I will see you next time in my next review. I'm not sure what it's going to be because Integrity is sticking to their time schedule. Dolls are getting released. The IFDC dolls are going to start shipping if they haven't already started shipping, and I did win one, and I do plan on reviewing it. You might see an action figure review before then. You might see the legendary male figure review, which I keep promising. You'll see something soon. But until then, for me and for Evelyn, take care, everybody, and have a good summer.